What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. I'm fixing my camera, it's a little crooked. It's been a hype day. So, I don't know if you guys seen EvO for Tekken. The grand finals went off maybe about an hour ago. It was so good. Shout out to Code. Happy Sunday, Code. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Man, that was so lit. Got our box here, move my keyboards out the way. Oh my gosh. It was so good. So good. Like, wow. Everything fired up here. Got all my stuff on the table. Today's a fun day. We're talking about 2025. Should you Kitsune in 2025? Why is this in the way? There we go. Now we can see clear. Perfect. Perfect. And Street Fighter's going, but I don't know if I'm allowed to stream it. So I'm like, I want to though. But yeah, we are talking Kitsune. And should you Kitsune in 2025? It's like, I don't know. I wonder how many people are using the Kitsune right now. It's a good controller. It plays fun. And once I changed the switches out, the original switches I did not like. They're a little flat. I mean, they're reds, so they feel like reds. Let's see, everybody's locked in. I can hear my audio.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Audio check, 20-second delay.
Yes, sir.
Got so much crap on my desk. My duster over here. Now I'm gonna see if we got here. There it goes. Good. I can hear it. 20 seconds later, I can hear it. Nice. I was debating what game I'm gonna play today because I got till 3 o'clock. So, hey Google, set a timer for 2:45. Like 3:30 latest. Like
2:45 p.m.
Wait, I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push it.
59 seconds.
I was slammed with homework yesterday. I spent all day like
now.
Drana. So, the Razer Kitsune in 2025. Should you Kitsune? How much is this now? How much is the price Kitsune? Let me check here. Go love, thank you. The Kitsune in 2025 is, where's Amazon at? Amazon and Razer's official store. How much is this now? Buy. Oh, $299. So $299. And now they have the 2XKO edition. Okay, that looks cool. For $329. That Razer tax is high. Amazon $299. If you want to buy it used, how much is it used on Amazon? Right there. So $199 like new used. That's not bad. So $199, but that's used. That's not even new. That's a tough one. So, what's it like owning the Kitsune? What's it like playing with Kitsune? And I need one more prompt. So we can't, I'll pull it down to settings. We can't talk about it without talking about the light fox. We're gonna bring that up. So the Kitsune, when we get the box out the way, you have your books and your different materials here. You know, it's pretty straightforward. You know, it's a standard, PlayStation ready controller, which is really nice. So here we have the Kitsune. And this controller is nice and big. It's your standard large size. This is, the hitbox is really, is that the godfather, the grandfather, the founder? Because someone who knows who made the original leverless style. Let's not pretend. But when it comes to, I'm talking about sales, when it comes to brand recognition, all those different things, hitbox, we all know, everyone knows a hitbox when you say it. Like, you can't miss it, right? So the Kitsune by Razer, I feel like is in that same boat where when someone says Razer Kitsune, you know what they're talking about. Like, you can't get confused, right? So yeah, and I had to look at what's the release date of Kitsune? What's the release date on this pad? August 2023. Okay, so wow, it's almost exactly 2 years old now. Okay. So almost exactly 2 years old. Interesting. Okay, so that's good to know. So 2023 August this comes out. When is the release date for the Hitbox? Is that like 2013? $2017, really? The release date depends on when Hitbox you're referring to. Hitbox the leverless. It's not 2025. Let's ask Perplexity. Perplexity. Get these ads out of here. When did the Hitbox leverless controller release for sale? What does it say? Was it 2010? What? The original Hitbox was released for sale in 2010 by Dustin and Sean Huffer. Making the debut of the all-button design, removed the joystick in favor of the directional buttons. Since then, the Hitbox brand has iterated its design, updates, control like a next-generation controller released in 2018, but this initial market launches in 2010. I did not know that. Wow. They deserve a lot more credit than they get. They have really... Wow. Shout out to them. 15 years. Wow. 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 Okay, now I'm like starstruck here. Like, wow. So, wow, with that. And the release in 28. Okay, so, So, with all that said, right, when you get to the Kitsune here, they've done a really good job with this pad. This pad here, wow. No, I lost my train of thought. I'm like all caught up in the right state. But when we look at it that way, so with the Kitsune, what do you get when you buy this, right? You're getting your share button, your start button, your touchpad, PlayStation buttons. This is PlayStation compatible out the box, your standard 12 button layout. This is all large buttons with an extra large on the bottom. So these are equivalent to like a 25 millimeter and a 30 or 28 millimeter on the bottom. Your L3, R3, your PC and PS5 switcher right here. It's in PS5 mode right now. And your tournament lock switch. You get your power port that locks on the top. So they were one of the first I've seen to do this. Someone may have done it, but it's the first I've seen it. It has a lock here. You can lock it. Nothing on the side. So it's all, you know, standard across the sides. And then you have your rubber grip pre-installed on the bottom. Plastic base. I believe it's a metal top. I can't really tell. It's cold, so it feels like metal. And it's black. And it's also, I mean, I don't care. But if you care about fingerprints and smudges, this is a fingerprint smudge magnet. Like, it's going to attract everything. Any and everything will be attracted to this. So if you put lotion on, or if you eat food, yeah, wash your hands or do whatever first, because you're going to feel it. Again, I don't care, but you will notice that. Now, for me, it comes with stock reds. You're like, what does that mean? Here are the switches it comes with. So it comes with these Razer optical red switches. And that's what makes the Kitsune so expensive and so special. These have no pins in the bottom because they're not your standard switch. They are an optical switch, but they feel like a red. And again, anyone's watched before knows I'm just not a fan of the reds. There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't really like the feel. They're a little bit mushy, a little bit rattly. And these keycaps have the clips on them, so they hug a little bit tighter, right? So I just don't like that feel. Where's my key puller? And I'll pop one of these off to kind of give you guys a clue of what I did here. So I went ahead and took these off and bought, as soon as the blacks, I found the blacks were available, I bought blacks. And they're a little bit strong, a little bit firmer, a little bit tighter feel. And for me, that's really good. And I also put O-rings, and I'll show you what that's all about. So when we go here, I can show you what I picked up. Where's my mouse? Amazon O-rings. Shop rings. Go to Amazon. So when you come through here for O-rings, you can find them for $3, $6, $4. You can find all the different amounts, right? I recommend, and I should, my link's actually in the description. So if you're looking for some, I have in the links in the description. I have some blacks because I figure I want it black, right? But the problem is, if you put these on any other pad that has like a clear keycap or a colored keycap, the black will shine through and it will make it look like just like a black ring in the middle. I didn't really like that look. So I recommend just buying the white. The white look clear under colors, and under any other keycap, they're just white. No one cares, right? So get the white ones. It'll save you a headache. And again, they're $4. There's different gauges of rings. This one here, where's it at? And this is how I do it, right? You stick it right under the keycap, put it right back on top. It's not rocket science, and I'll show you here. Here is the ring. You can see it's already installed. Just take it. I put it right on the tip. Don't push it down. Just put it on there. Put your keycap back on, and when you start pressing like this, it'll line up, so you don't have to stress about anything. Just put it and you're done. I don't use O-rings on my short travels. So my shadow hunting, my Kale Sticker Falcons, my Tiki Taka Panda V2s, and the Kasumi switches for Gatorons, I don't use O-rings. They're a little too short travel. So when I put the O-rings, it's like extra short. Because what you'll find is the O-ring will actually make your travel shorter too. Like I could barely tap and it activates. So that kind of helps too to make it feel snappier for me, right? So with this pad here is, you just take this, get in there, and you just barely wiggle. It pops right out, and that's how you get your switches out. So, like I said, here is your red optical, and I could pop this right out and put the black opticals in. And when you're pressing them, I could feel, this just feels tighter. It's a firmer spring, right? Because there's more force. Now, when you put it in here, make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, the mouth goes up. On the top, the mouth goes up. So this light, little circle on the bottom is going to point into the light. So put that right there. Put in place. Should click, boom, clicks right in. Now the keycaps, just like most other brands, Razer, 8-Bit Do, Quamba, they have these feet to keep it in place, right? And they do that so that way people don't lose their keycaps. You're thinking about 10-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 50-year-olds, you name the age, but some people are clumsy or just, things can happen. So that way they don't have to sell extra keycaps. They can just kind of put it like this. So I have my O-ring on there, your clips, just kind of line it up, tap it, push, or push down. Since they're broken in. But when it's brand new, you'll push down and you're done. It's that fast. There's really no headache. But for me, it feels a lot better and a lot snappier. It doesn't feel as hollow or as just, I don't even know how to explain it. It just feels better. It feels noticeably better for me. I was like, okay, I definitely got to do something about this. Let's look here. Oops, I can't see. So once I did that, and then the extras, the fun fact, if you, my kids are mixed, right? So using these containers for like hair gel and different things, or if you use Noxzema face pads, anything you think of, clean it out really good with dish soap, not alcohol, dish soap to get all the alcohol off. Let it soak in water for a day, clean it again, let it soak, and then just let it dry out for a couple of days to get the moisture out. Then once you're done with that, just stick all your switches and things in these. So I have the originals and the news in here, and then I put, when you order a package, they have little beads in there. I put the moisture packs in here with it, and that way you just recycle, reuse, recycle, all that stuff, right? But so when I'm playing with this, it feels so much better. I like this for Tekken because it's big buttons and big spacing. Because my thumb is here for Tekken. For Street Fighter, it's fine, but I prefer a tighter spacing for Street Fighter. That's just me, right? But I will say that, let me just keep it away. So if you like this pad now, you have the pad, or you're curious about the pad, the biggest sales pitch to this is the optical switches. They are the laser light switches in here, and that is what makes this feel so snappy by the documentation, right? In use, you decide, but that's what their sales pitch is and why it costs more than other things. If you want a compact version of this, you'll want the Speedy Labs Light Fox. Shout out to Speedy Labs. They sent this to review last year, and it's just, look, it's a compact version of this pad, and it's come in handy because I've had a lot of comparisons with the Speedy Lab, because the way it's sized, you see that's like a wedge. It's a wide wedge. It's not as wide. It's close. I don't have all my adapter right here. Here's my adapter pack. Where's the Brooks adapters? So when you're comparing these side by side, right? Grant, shout out to Grant. Happy Sunday, Grant. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Grant is doing good, doing good. Grant, I was getting my butt kicked yesterday. I had 8 hours of data analysis homework, and I don't know if I passed. So I'm a little stressed out right now, but we'll see. To get this master, I got 10 more months to get this master's degree done, but we'll see. But and also, Grant, did you sign up for 2K? Tampa Never Sleeps 2XKO. Is it Thursday night? I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, I think it's Thursday because Tekken's Tuesday, Street Fighter Wednesday. I think it's 2X Thursday. You got to sign up. You're good at 2X. I really want to see you can just try it out. It's free, so I really want to see you play. Merlin, shout out to Merlin. Happy Sunday, Merlin. Happy on a good Sunday. He said, I have to practice. Grant, honestly, Grant, don't even practice. Just sign up. Like, I really, playing you, I could feel the way you're moving around the screen. Again, I'm the scrub at 2XKO, but I could feel the way you're moving. You may have been doing flowcharts to you, but I think you should do it. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, again, it's free. Well, the only thing you need is you need the game, which is free. You need a Discord account because you got to add your Discord for that's just cuz. And then that's kind of it. And it's once you do it the first time, you'll figure it out. But I'm rooting for you, Grant. I really think you should do it. I really do. Merlin, shout out to Merlin. Have you done the Street Fighter Tampa Never Sleeps, Merlin? Because Merlin's good too. I'm curious. But yeah, so if you're looking at this pad, right, and you're wondering, should I like the Kitsune but the price too high? Or I like the Kitsune but the buttons are too wide, the keycaps are too big, the spacing, all those things. Because in the end, this controller, I was about to compare it the wrong way. In the end, I was going to say this is comparable to a Hot 42, but really the Hot 42 T and M Plus, the U, the V are comparable to this. And that's because this came out first. This is out 2 years before those, like 1 year before those. The T and the M Plus are the pads I use primarily for Tekken because the wide keycaps, the wide spacing, all that stuff. They're so, when it comes to feel, right? Whereas if you're a street player and you want the light optical switches, you'll want the Speedy Light box. Look, bam, this comes with reds too. And again, I took the reds right off. I don't like reds. I took them right off. I put O-rings under my keycaps. Did I put one or two? I put one. And then pop the blacks in here. And the Speedy Labs is a perfect companion to anyone that has the Razer. How much is the Light Fox right now? Let's check. Let me put this down right here. How much is this thing? And I keep saying it, but I am going to do it. I have to interview Speedy because I met him in person at EvO. Super nice guy. Like, super. Shout out to Speedy and his team. Really, really nice. But I need to now that I have my everything set up, I need to do an interview with him and just really just like pick his brain and see what got him into the space. I think it'd be really fun. Light Fox. The Light Fox is 129. So 129. Add that to cart. Does he sell Booter 5s? He has these adapters. Cook that. He has this one. I mean, $20, that's not bad. But personally, I would take it the Booter 5. And the only reason is the Booter 5 is shorter. Where is the Booter right here? $106. That's not real. Mind you, I'm not logged in. Wait, what? They're all $100. Wait, what? Hold on. Let me check my personal account. Give me a sec. Where's my keyboard? Now I'm looking because these things are $26. So hold on. What is happening here? Where's my computer? Wait, didn't Trump just announce more tariffs? Did they go up $100? No way in heaven that happened. Where's my cart history? Hold on, bear with me here. That can't be real. Booter 5. Oh no, it's $60 is still okay. Given the prices right now, buy Speedies. Because that's nuts. How much is the Mayflash Magic Boot? The version 1. And again, don't buy the version 2. You want this one. Not the S5. You want the regular. Where's Amazon? $20. Oh, this is the Xbox version. Where's the PlayStation version of the Booter 5? Let's put PS5. That's the S5. What's going on? Why is only the S5 showing up now? Where's the old ones? You don't want the S5. Don't buy this. Are they not selling it anymore for PlayStation? Here's the version 1. The world is changing right before our eyes. What in the world? Okay. Then just get Speedies. And the only reason I'm like not giving pushback, the reason I'm showing you this is because here's the booter version 1. I can't see. Right. So this one here, it's about pretty much the size of the metal. It's about that tall. Look how big this one is. This is twice as tall. So when you plug this in, it sits on top and it's not in the way at all, but you see how big that is, right? So it's on your lap. What's nice is you really want, if it's under your knee, it might push it a little bit, you know, but it won't really affect it. But the Booter 5 is like very flush. Where's my Booter 5? Do I have one here? I do. Look at this. It's like night and day. The Booter 5, it's about as big as the loop. This is the lanyard loop. You can see that. It's as big as the loop on the controller. It's metal. So that's why. But for $60, don't buy the Booter 5. Don't buy it for $60. It's not worth it. Just get the $20 one from Speedy and kind of, you know, go about your business for PS5. Or if you can find this for cheap, this is like $30. Get this one's even better, but again, it's tall, right? But again, this pad here, rubber grip, just like the Kitsune, all metal on the bottom. You can feel it. The top, it comes with the tools, take the top right off. You change your artwork, the plates inside, and you have all your things that are, you have a screen. It's GB2040, so you have all your features you normally would, but you get 2 function buttons here to kind of do what you want to do. And your boot cell's right here, right? But in your physical switches, so if you ever mess something up, don't forget your physical switches are here. But the point being is, these two are perfect companions to one another. If you like a small again, if you look for optical pads, this is what you'll look at. Let me check here. Yeah, I got this ad. Yeah, the price. I definitely got mine for this price. Wow, really? But yeah, I have to clean up after those huge nerf patch notes. Oh, they nerfed some things in 2XQ. I didn't know that. I did not know that. But you got your Booter 5 for $60. Oh man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because even this dongle here that he's showing on Speedlab's website, this has gone up in price. This is, I think it's called the Hanzo N5. The prices is going up for $20 now. It's like 30, 40, something. I think it's $30. So he got his for he has them on his site for 20 because he bought them for the tariffs. You know, that's a good way to go. And again, this comes with a GoPro case too. So it comes with the controller in a case. And I feel like I'm like sales pitching you on this. I'm not, like, I don't get paid for this. It's just, again, if you're looking for optical, if you're looking for I call it medium wear, it's not as tall, but it is wide enough to fit in your lap. And you want all metal, that stuff. The LifeLock is really good. And for the price, essentially 120 plus the booter is what? So 125, we'll say, plus 25. So 150 out the door, you have this controller. So this controller, 199, I think is fantastic. I do. 299 and then 329 for the graphic. That's a big ask. That's a big ask. Because then with the Quamba Sapphire being basically out the door, 195 out the door with shipping and everything else. I know that's MX switches. This is optical. Both of these are your flat style, right? They're both thin and flat. The Quamba is the Sapphire is like an old 17-inch laptop. That's the best way to reference. Like it's big, right? But you get a lot for your money. You get a lot of value for your money, but it is big. But oh, these tariffs are just messing everything up. They're messing everything up. I was getting booters for $25 and now they're $60. That is insane. That's insane. That's insane. Move this stuff out the way. So yeah, so when you're playing with this pad also, anyone's wondering, okay, what does this feel like? What, you know, if you've already, you've bought a Hot 42, right? Because most people know Hot 42. So you bought a Hot 42 and now you're wondering what this feels like. Let me grab some. Sorry, let's get some things on the table here so we can like really help you understand like what you're paying for. And I'm saying paying for, I'm talking about layout. So I think we're going to a point now where I think I have 45 pads. So the market is full of options. So if you're looking at this pad, you know, if you're even considering, you've already seen the price, but you're still considering, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. You've seen the price, you're still considering. Perfect. Now you know you want optical switches, you want extra large buttons, all the different features, right? Another alternative is the 8-bit DO, right? The 8-bit DO wireless leverless. I'll bend this and take this off, right? The magnetic top and everything. When I put this on here, that exact same design, exact same layout, right? When you look at this here, in the pictures you can't tell. These are all large keycaps with extra large, and these are pills, so they're kind of their own special thing. But the point being is, when you look at the layouts on top of one another, it's exactly the same. It's the same layout, exactly the same. I can wiggle it. It's the same layout. Fits right on there. So this one is $90, and you do have to buy I think it's a Mayflash adapter, so that's another $60. So you're looking at the same price as the Lightfox, $150, right? $150 out the door to play on PS5. You know, if you want wired and wireless, or you want optical, this comes to Kale low profile switches, so you will be using Kales. That's up to, this is all really now down to switch preference, right? But if you're when it comes to feel, these will feel very similar. This will feel, has a little bit more travel. It might, and also this comes with the hide mountain switches. They're clicky, they're loud as heaven, and you're going to take those off immediately. The hide mountain switches are too loud. Get them off. Just take them off immediately. The low free specters that just arrived, so I needed something to test with them. What do you know? This was here. I tried the shadow hunting. I tried the Kale Sacred Falcons. I tried something else. I think the Ghost. I don't remember. But when I put the specters in here, it just feels nice. I don't know why. It feels really good with this pad, so boom, that's what I did. But again, the size is basically the same. You know, these 8-bit DO definitely got the design from the Kitsune. Like, there's no mystery. They looked at this and said, look, we like what they're offering here. We're going to make a wireless version of this that is Xbox compatible and PC essentially compatible and Switch compatible, right? Or Bluetooth, because it's all the features on here. And that's that. And I got a question just recently asking, can you put artwork under this? And this plate, it is glass, but you can see here, it's kind of see-through a little bit. It's kind of sheer, but not much. It's really dark, right? But the metal plate, because there's magnets holding it on here. So if you want to put artwork under, you can't do it. You could, I'm thinking of putting a wrap on top just to show people you could do it. You could put something on here and just cut your holes out, right? No big deal. And then boom, you just put the top on, you have your own personal design, but you can't put it under. Like, you just can't. There we go. I put that right. Yes, I did. There you go. Put this here. Put this over here. Come on. Yeah, definitely didn't get mine for this price. Okay, good. I was worried. Grant was like, oh no, Grant pays 60. Yeah, that price is, it makes me sad, man. I'm like, oh my, what's right? The tear thing is 130%. Like, good God. Because 2756 is roughly 130. Wow, the world we live in today. This is not good. Here's the T. The Hot 42 T is spot on to this. They took essentially this layout and just added 2 buttons on the top, 2 buttons on the bottom. That's really what you're looking at. Where's the 8-bit DO? I keep taking this thing apart here. Right, to kind of add proof to what's happening here. Okay, so look at the wedge. They slid things over a little bit because there's more room on this side. So does that mean they slid it this way? Oh, they slid the layout this way a little bit. And it's almost the same. It's a little bit tighter here. It's a little bit tighter than a Kitsune. If my T-top is downstairs, I should grab my T-top and put it on here, but it's downstairs. And I'm not going to take the screws off. It's kind of annoying to take off 9 screw 6 forever, but you get the point. If you have a T now and you have a Kitsune, these are going to feel right at home. You're going to feel right at home. You're going to be happy. You'll feel right at home. In this pad, there's the booter 5, so you will need a booter. Oh, excuse me. You will need an adapter to play a PS5, but you get the point. And I saw these. It was so funny. When I was at EvO in Las Vegas, I'm walking through and I saw the 2XKO booth. And I was like, okay, let me see if I can get in line. The line was long. But as I'm walking by the edge, you're walking on the boundary, I saw someone using a T, the white one. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Someone brought their T. I look on the counter and there was boxes of empty Ts in their area. So they bought controllers, joysticks, and Hot 42 Ts to demo 2XKO on the floor. I thought that was really cool that leverless is growing that much. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. He said, oh, no, I was saying I got all my stuff before. Oh, thank God, Grant. I was nervous. I was like, oh, no, they got Grant. They got him. They got him, but no, Grant was on point. He's like, no, I know better. Grant's on point. So when it comes to the C, it is shorter by about about the metal heaven adapter compared to the Kitsune. The layout, you could see, is way tighter on the C, because the C is basically an S, right? It's like an S plus, right? But this is your tighter spacing on both top and bottom. Even going through here, you can see it's all. Let me stop moving my hands. I'm sorry. Put that like. Let's line up the bottom button. There you go. That'll give you a better evidence of what's happening here. Way tighter, way tighter, and that's on purpose, right? So for Street Fighter and games like that, I've come to find the C feels better too, because I'm using all these buttons. I'm laying more flat. With Tekken, I'm playing like this, like at my thumb, and then I play different. I only need 4. You have these 2, you're really using 4 the whole time you're playing. But with Street Fighter, you're using all these 8 buttons. So it's a different experience. And don't get me wrong, I play this on Street Fighter, and actually I like it. Just when I'm getting my butt kicked, I'll grab something a little tighter for Street Fighter. And you know what's funny? On 2XKO, I like it even tighter. I'll use a Zen for 2XKO or like a Gao keys. I'll use something different. It's funny how it all works that way. Move this over here. But yeah, so if you have the C now and you like the feel, or you have the R and you like the feel, the Kitsune is not what you want, because it's going to be too wide. It's going to feel like a T or M plus. It's going to be too wide and too big keycap. But if your C is too tight, your R is too tight, the keycaps are too small, you're going to like the Kitsune, because it's going to give you bigger, more space. Or you have big hands. Like I have big hands. I wear triple X riding glove. My hands are long, but they're skinny. If you have fat fingers, you need more space. This is perfect to give you that wide field to give you space to move around and do what you need to do. Now let me grab the other one. Where's that? And then we have the M plus. Right? The M plus is the obvious comparison. It's super obvious to say, look, let's make the M plus. Let's make our own Kitsune. It's just it's pretty much as thick as the Kitsune. It's like, this is probably a little bit thinner just because of switches. Same port in the top, port here, and nothing else. Everything else is kind of empty on the sides. It slopes just like this slopes on the bottom. Very similar. The layouts are slightly different, whereas this is shifted over a little bit, so it's not the same. But as far as keycap size, general spacing, you're going to feel right at home on either one of these. The biggest difference is with the Kales, you do get more switch options. You can dial this feel in to how you want it to feel, whereas the Opticals, how many options are there now? Because when I first got mine, let me check. How many optical switches are there? Oh, come here. Keychron optical switches. There we go. Opticals. Here you go. So here's a set. What do we have here? These are, no, it's not them. That's not them. They have Gateron opticals? I didn't know that. Okay, so they're all in one thing. So when I came in here, so they come with reds. Does the Force, where's the Force? Use the Force, Luke. Where's the Force? Where's the Force? Where's the Force? Right here, boom, there it is. Open image, new tab. Perfect, here we go. I can't see. So the reds are 40. Well, 40s, I actually like a 40 Force. I love 40s, but for some reason they, I don't know, they felt mushy and flat to me. I didn't really like them. They kind of rattly. They felt like a red. Usually reds I think are 43s, but these are, anyway, I didn't like them. So I took those off. The 30s, well, that's super soft for a 30. I went with the blacks, which are 50s. And the 50 sounds high, but for me on this pad, the way it's designed, it felt fine to me. It feels way better to me. The browns are, these are tactiles. Okay, so the browns are tactiles. So they're not my cup of tea. They have another banana tactiles. Dang, these are 60s. Wow, 57 is pretty much a 60. Wow. Early bump tactile. Early bump. What does that mean? There's a tactile and then early bump tactile. I've never heard of that before. That's cool. So 57, 67. So the bananas and mints. And then clickies are blue and orange. We're 48, 55. So that's a nice little mix of switches there. For typist gaming, midway office gaming. What does midway office mean? I've never heard that term before. Office gaming, interesting. But yeah, for me, I'm linear, so I went to the top. There's white, red, and black for me. Those are my options. Yeah, right. Yep, white, red, and black. So I didn't like the reds. I knew the white would be too soft, and maybe the soft wouldn't be so bad, but I just didn't want to deal with it. So the black, it feels so smooth to me, and it feels it feels how I want it to feel. And like I said, I did add the O-rings underneath just to give me a little bit of a softer, quieter feel, and it gives and a little bit shorter travel. It does all the things I wanted to do the way I set it up with the blacks and O-rings. So yeah, so again, if you're on the M Plus now and you want optical, or you see because it was fun fact, this was on sale I think 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at GameStop. I think it was buy one get one free. It was some weird sale going on. These were $199, so that's why I'm saying at $199 that's a great deal. They're nice. It's but at $299 and then with a decal it's $330. That's a tough sale, because the other part of this is, where's my mouse? Where's my keyboard? Oh, come here. What the heck? There we go. AliExpress. So now we're looking for the M Plus. Did I spell this right? Just put M Plus. Oh, this is also pre-tariff. Now with the tariffs, maybe, how much is this now with the tariff? Where's the M Plus at? Right here. Wow, these are 106 now. But with the tariff, is it more? Because I was getting these for $75. Metal. All metal. It was like, you had to buy it at that price. And again, if you're torn between 12 or 16 buttons, just get 16. You can always turn off and plug and duct tape, do whatever you need to do. Just buy the more buttons, because you can't add more later, right? 112. What has they done to our prices? I have the silver. The silver's okay. It's fine. It feels fine. It feels a little bit different. And if you get sweaty or use it every day, I don't know if the paint job's going to come off or like just start smudging. I can't really tell yet, but it's fine. I use it. Y'all see me play with it. But the black, I would probably take it black. It's just, you can't go wrong with black. You know what to expect, right? So you would get this, add to cart, 16 buttons, and then you would get a booter 5. No, $60. I know. Where's the booter at? You want the switches. Get these shadow hunting switches immediately. Oh, these are $10. Everything else is 60. Sure. Add to cart. Where's the booter 5 at? Let's check my cart, what it looks like. So you're going to keep this. You're going to keep this. I know. Where? I took it out. Oh, they're out of stock. I was like, I knew I had it in here somewhere. Let me come back. Where's the booter 5? We'll just, I know it's $100. Who cares? We're going to add it just for sake of conversation. All right. Boom. $237. Don't buy that. Take off the booter. $131. And again, when the tariffs are not active, it's way cheaper. But in the consideration, we got to call it what it is. Tariffs are here. So you're getting the pad, you're getting switches, and then you will go to Speedy Labs website and order your dongle from here, right? Go to Speedy Labs or Amazon. Probably Speedy. Just go there. So you're out about 160. We'll highball it 170 with all, because it's free shipping. So we'll say 175, just to really highball it. Mind you, when I bought this whole kit 6 months ago, it was 75 plus basically 20 is 95, and a booter was 25. So it was basically 130 out the door, shipping, tax, everything else included. So, and O-rings $5, right? So there you go. So we'll say 140 out the door. But you get the point. You get the point. So, yeah. Tariffs play a big factor. Oof. Tariffs make a big factor. Good grief. Remember, I think I bought 2 booters for tariffs. You know what's funny? In February of this year, when they were first talking about the tariffs, like February, March, I was like, you know what? Let me just. I ended up doing that. You know, the PayPal does the buy. I can't talk. PayPal does the pay in 4 payments. So I was like, you know what? Let me just, I think I ordered like 6. I know it came out like $150 because I have so many pads to review. I was like, let me just get it out the way. So I ordered 4 or 5 of them booters, and I think I got 5. So it was $25. I got $100 worth. put it on the buy, you know, 4 payments. So it was like $25 every check, I think. And it was kind of done. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. I didn't affect the family budgets like my play money. You know, you live with somebody, you have money set aside for play, and then you have your budget, right? So I was like, cool. But to see $60 now, that, and it's not their fault. Like, what are they supposed to do? Leave it at 25? You can't. They have to they're going to go out of business, right? So it's so crazy. Orville, shout out to Orville. He said, might be time to retire that Kitsune. Wait. While we're sitting here, let's see, let me check for a second. Hold up. Let's check on Orville. What's going on with the HA10? Let's see if the HA10 has been released. Okay, there's the HA10 post. Varmillo. Any HA10 new. HA10 all button. This is 24th. That's what, 2 weeks ago? Oh, they're still got the same message. Wow, what's going on here? Did I do this wrong? You know what's so funny? I don't know how to use Twitter. Someone was telling me, they was like, you should get more active on Twitter. I was like, I have an account, but I don't really know how to use it. I get overwhelmed on social media. I can't keep up with all these conversations with, I just can't, my brain, I just can't keep up. You know, you're talking to your wife, your kids, your friends, your work, your family, your Discord, your messages, your Twitter, your Instagram. There's just your TikTok. Your now I'm on Sora too. There's so many things. I get overwhelmed. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. I don't care enough. I can't do it. Okay, so I don't have it out here, but I'll check their site. Where's my tab at? And my brother's in my Discord server. He was like, you haven't replied. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I got to get in there. I was overwhelmed. I was like, I couldn't even think how to talk. I got to get here and reply. But I love the thing is, I love being talked to. I love the conversation. I love laughing. And then I get overwhelmed. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of tired. I can't keep the conversation going. I love to look at this gold. This gold looks so nice. But anyway, what are they saying here? Add a card. So is there a shipping date on here? It's all metal. I saw it in person. It's all metal. So we'll see. It'll be here soon. Or he's like, soon is not soon enough. Take my money, make me wait. Right? What is this? But my time to retire that Kitsune. That's so funny. Boys, massive update. No tracking. No update on my Cosma. On my, I think you meant Varmillo. Varmillo HA10WE are living in the worst timeline. 50 to 60 booters is diabolic work. No. That's yeah, exactly. That's crazy. That's crazy. Most I pay was 29. Facts, you know, and again with the price being 29, 25, because I think I got mine. And then if you have AliExpress, if you guys taught me, I think it was Sin that told me, download the app, use your coins, right? So use the coins, you'll get $1 off here, $5 off here. It really makes a difference. To see it at $60. What also gets me is I feel like the leverless market was not even leverless, because GameSir, the Nike Flex, I have the Nike's fantastic, GameSir's fantastic. All these companies were just ramping up their rollouts, and for these terrorists to step in and be like, nope, like I don't know. I'm not into politics. I mean, we all work and pay bills. So you whether you pay attention to politics or not, you're affected by it. That's what I'm trying to say. So you're loosely understanding what's happening. I'm in that same boat, but it's like, oh man. It's crazy. I remember Trinity and I called Trinity on Discord on the voice chat. It was like a Friday, so we were talking, and I was in a different class. It was pretty easy. So we were hanging out, and we were laughing, just joking about politics. Different things. He's on the eyelids, so it's a different feel, but still, I feel like the whole world's being affected by. I'm going in the rabbit hole. We'll go to the rabbit hole. Muhammad, shout out to Muhammad Osman. Muhammad, is it Osman or Osman? I think it's Osman. Shout out to Muhammad. Happy Sunday, Muhammad. I was gonna say happy Tuesday. Happy Sunday. There's a new course. Shout out to Sin and Code. They told me about this too. Probably you did too, Orville. I didn't talk about it last time, so I'll pull it right now. This Corsair. The Nova Blade. That name is cool, but there's a problem. There's the Ori Nova too. So you're like, so which one is this? $300. Do not, I repeat, do not spend $262 on the Ori Nova. Do not do that. Do not do that. Oof. Then is there even a price for the? It's in your address assigned. Be the first to know when we launch. Okay, hold on. Did I already sign up? I don't remember if I signed up or not. I'll do it on my personal. I'm about to type it in here. They got the lights on the bottom, so there's just like the Quamba. Can I zoom in here? Is there? Let me put this picture. Oh, it's an animated GIF. I can't move the picture over. What's up with these color keycaps? Is this how it ships with like? I'm colorblind. Is that yellow, green, orange, red, purple, blue, green? I got white. I mean white tops and bottom. I don't know what's happening here, but this is very busy. I want to see it in person, and I see the extra large button on the bottom, so I can't tell if this is a 25 or 23 millimeter keycap, but it's wireless and HE, so that's really nice. That's really nice. I honestly think the Vermillo HA10 is going to arrive around early November. I like in my new role. By then, we are going to be living in Peaches and Greenville. He said we will be HA10 Max. Shout out to Orville. I know you had your interview, and I hope everything really went good. Shout out to, and I hope you know. Wait, why is my stuff upside down? I switched the wrong camera. Why is everything upside down? There, that was on the wrong camera. But no, everybody, send prayers and wishes to Orville to this new role. I really hope you get it and that you like it. You know, all that stuff. We all know how that goes, right? When you're switching roles or looking for new roles, you're like, please, God, give me this job. Please give me this job. I got babies to feed and good company to pay for if you're single, right? Grass said, oh, Lord, they had just announced an Avatar fighting it. Really? There's a lot of new games coming too. Avatar Legends fighting game. The fighting game announced for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, PS4. Why would you do PS4? Anyway, coming next year. Let's make sure I turn the volume off. They're not flagging me. I'll show a little bit, because last time I showed a trailer like this, they flagged me. And I was like, for what? Okay, I'm gonna skip forward, see if that helps me not get flagged. Oh, they're not even fighting. They're just kind of showing the characters. Is this kind of like Dragon Ball, where you kind of do things, but it's not really interesting? I wonder it's going to follow the trend of less moves, less buttons. You know, where it's like one button for punch, one button for kick, one button for super. I wonder if it's going to follow the current trend, which I'm not really. It's not really my cup of tea, but we'll see if that's going to happen. Corsair Wireless looks promising. Yeah, it does. It does. When the day HA10 arrives will be glorious. Facts, Merlin, right now. Well, Ori has the audacity to charge facts. That's Amazon. And I think what's happening is, I think someone bought it and they're trying to sell it here because it's not available in the US. It's only in Japan. Because I went to the Ori booth at EVO and they didn't have it there, which I thought was weird. It was like, look, you have a brand new controller. You should, no matter you can buy it or not, it should be here at the booth. And it looks nice. It looks really pretty. Like, I like the squiz. It's actually like a Quamba design, but all black instead of like the blue and purple. So interesting. But what's really kind of nuts is you can't change all the switches. Only 3. I want to say the others are soldered down. And if that's the case, that's a big L. Because I think we all know the switches you like, switches you want your own feel. See, here's the bottom. Yeah, you can't change it unless I wonder if you open the case, you can do it. I don't know. But it's more of a, if you want these buttons, you can add them. If you don't, you can take them out. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of a little bit of an L, Ori. I think they'll update this though. I think they'll update it and make it replace, because that's kind of nuts. That's really nuts. It's a flimsy look controller, just like how I make it while Hitbox give you a tank. Hitbox does give you a tank, because I did feel those when I was at EVO. Pause. Bruh. The Hitbox. How much are these here? And again, if anyone goes to an event, you see Hitbox there, they sell refurbished version 1s that are PS5 compatible. I think it has a Brooks board inside for 160 at the events. That's what they did at EVO. Do they have them on here? Smashbox cross up. They don't. Can you do refurbished? Let's see. Refurbished. I spelled that wrong. I'm typing in a weird angle. Okay, they don't. What about this? I'm typing at a weird angle. No. You have to do it, I guess, only at the events. Only at the events. That's making me hecka dizzy. Okay, so they have the combo buttons, the pre-order ultra, the Arc Sys Classic, and the combo. All your firmware, all your stuff. Okay, okay. Your merch, swag. He's no make to Cosmox, no hate to Cosmox, but with the price, they should do better. That price, they should do better. That's so funny. Imagine HA10 arrives and they send me the wrong one. Oh my god. If Orville gets his HA10 and they send him this, if he orders that and they send him, where's the Kasai? They send one of these. He goes to open a box. He's excited. Tears are rolling down. He's like, finally, the Lords have blessed me. It's the holidays. It's going to be a good season. And he opens the box to a Kasai. Don't get me wrong. The Kasai is fantastic. It's metal. It's very nice. But that's not what he ordered. I think all of us are going to crack up. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you. It's like, jeez, he just can't catch a break. That would be so funny. He's like, where's the this one? It's like, I asked for this and I get this. You gotta be pissed. You'd be pissed. And Oracle can go off. I know he'd be going off, but like, I can just imagine the email. You sneaky sons of bitch. You sent me the wrong thing. I've always He'd be so upset. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That'd be so crazy. That'd be so crazy. And like I said, you wouldn't be laughing at him. We're laughing with you, but just be like, oh man, they're about to get it. Our team's about to get cussed out, boy. That'd be so funny. But yeah, I think, like I said, you found this for $199 and you know you want optical. And again, well, now the question becomes, with the tariffs, no, $299 is still too high. $299 is too high. It's too high. I think $199 for sure. This is a good deal. $199 with the tariffs. $249 is, I mean, but you're paying the Razer tax, so Razer doesn't care anyway. Razer's gonna charge what they charge. They don't care. But you are paying a Razer tax because it doesn't feel cheap, right? It doesn't creak or anything like that. I think $249 puts it in line with the Victrix KO. Let me think. Mohammed, we are finally entered the trend of sub $250 PS5 compatible levels. Facts with the Quamba Sapphire at what, one? How much is Sapphire? I know when you get it, it's $195 out the door. With no promo codes, it's like $195, $190. It's basically $200 out the door. I'm typing this weird angle, making all these misinputs. And anyone that ever types on ergonomic keyboards, you go back to standard and you're like, you're making mistakes. So it's $180. The shipping and everything, I think is like, we'll say 20, it's less than $20 out the door. Proceed to checkout. Oh, they make you. Continue. Let's put Mark 555 1. Okay. 2-3. Razer Road. Then let's see if it takes it. There you go. Boom. There you go. Shipping. So out the door, it's 200. It's 198 out the door. So $200. But again, this is MX, right? So that's 200. This is 269. What could we compare this to? Because I'm thinking now with what is the Kale comparison? There's MX, there's Kale, there's Optical, there's HE. There's so many. Yeah, there's a lot of options now. And like you said, Mohammed, it's like for under 250. Hope Steel Series of others catch on. Yeah, and now you have, how much is the Corsair? How much is that? Well, we don't know how much it's going to cost. Yeah, there's no price. And what is even the release date for this? Let's see, the Nova Blade Pro. There's no release date. It's on TikTok. Level up your game. That's 2 weeks ago.
This is.
Can I share TikTok? I think I can share TikToks. Is there all? Let me sure it's muted. Because they love to flag you. Wait, he's holding the box. So he might have this. I used to have these buttons on my Genesis. So just, yeah, he's got it. His picture. Where's he from? Oh, that's Rip. He's so far away I couldn't tell. So Rip has one. So if Rip has one, it's definitely coming soon. Can I zoom in? No. You can't full screen on TikTok? And I don't know how cool Rip is. People showing his content. So I don't want to get in too much trouble, but. Huh. The buttons look a little tall. We'll see. How tall are those buttons? Scoot, come back. Scoot back. TikTok. There you go. Oh, full screen, boom. So right there. So I wonder how tall they are. We'll see. Because that looks like 3/4. I'm talking American quarters. It looks like 3. Sin, shout out to Sin. Happy Sunday, Sin. Oh, look at that. So when you press, they just flicker and flicker and flicker. Okay, interesting. It actually looks better. It's not clear. I like their black caps. That's cool. Looks good. It looks better. The pictures didn't look so good. It looks better outside the pictures. Nice. Nice. Where'd it go? Nice. Yeah, nice. And I think with the Kitsune, even when the price was what it was, even like when it came out August 2023, I remember looking at this on the shelf and it's like, wow, $300 is a lot, but you don't know what to expect, but it's a Razer tax. And again, with so many options now, if you're balling out of control, is it worth trying? Yes, it plays just fine. But then I almost feel like you could just buy this and an adapter, the Mayflash adapter. How much is the Mayflash adapter now? God. With the tariffs, everything is so high nowadays. How much is that? This thing is $25. I don't know which is which. I think it's the ultimate. I'm losing it. It's right here in front of me. This is what happens when you're doing homework all weekend. Your brain gets fried. This is the Magic S Ultimate. This is the ultimate. So you want the ultimate. That's 35. There you go. $35 looks right. So it's $36. So $40 out the door. $40. So 40 bucks. Let's add this to cart. 40 bucks. No protection because I live on the edge. No insurance for me. I can't. This stupid thing. Boom. 86 bucks. Click this. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Go back. It's right here. Why would it put the C at the top? That's so weird. Why did it do? Oh, you have a 10% discount. That's cool. So give me my discount. I know I'm not logged in. So, save for later. Save for later. So you're looking at 130 with tax, maybe 140. And well, you get a coupon. So you're looking at 130 out the door. And you will want switches. So you'll want. I don't think the Spectre switches are out here yet. Let's see if the Spectres are out here. But oh, they are $60. How many are in there? For 100, yeah, 100 for 60 is not bad. That's not bad. I have a lot of pads, but if you only have one, that's ridiculous. But if you only got a handful, it's worth it. So there you go. You're getting switches. Just buy from the website. They're so much cheaper. But this, I paid $60 for 100 for mine too. It's worth it. But if you have one pad, just get them one like individual. But you know, even if I save it, you just want the pad and you want this 130 out the door. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. With all these features, actually not bad. Let me go up a little bit. I think the Corsair will be a premium price, mid-high range quality. A premium price, mid-high. So I guess similar to kind of like this, right? Because it'll be solid, but not exactly budget friendly for frugal consumers. I think they're going to use that the switches that come with it are going to be a pitch to say, well, we can raise the price. You know, all the things like you said, Sin, the things they're kind of dropping in there are definitely going to like give them means to raise the price. You're spot on. You're spot on. Mohammed, it's around $230 since in Australia it's $350 as a pre-order. What? $350? I need an explosion sound effect on here. Whoa. So $230 is $350. That's insane. So you guys, my brain is so slow. I'm like trying to like think fast. You're basically paying 50% more than we are for everything, it sounds like. So this is 300. Half of that is 150. You're paying 450 for this. Oh no. And then this is 80 bucks and you're paying 120 for this. That's a yes. This is 80 bucks. And again, even when you look at Hot, whether you like the quality or not, to be completely honest, at $80, you can order 2 M pluses so you have a backup if one dies. You can order 1 pack of switches in that and you cover both pads. So that's 80, 160, I can't count, 160 plus 20 is 180. And then 1 adapter, we'll just say 200 for conversation's sake. So you're getting 2 and switches and 1 adapter for $300 over there. Whereas this is $450. Whoa, you can order a Light Fox, which is 120, making that 180 with the case and the metal, all this stuff. If you want compact, I'm just kind of going across the table here. Oh, that's crazy. Australia. Oh my God. It's actually going to release in 1, 2 weeks. Oh, it's coming out 2 weeks. Okay, perfect. So we should be seeing a lot more about that. Wow, that's so insane. 230 wouldn't be a bad price. Yeah, 230 is not bad because you're getting PS5 compatible out the box. You're getting the upgraded switches. Yeah, and it's PC, PS5 compatible. Yeah, that's in the realm of the Quamba Sapphire, but it's smaller and a different type of switch. Yeah, that's not outrageous. That's not outrageous to me. That's actually not outrageous. With all these features, actually not bad at that price. I agree. It's really not bad at that price point. 230 is kind of concerning as a lot of people complain about the quality issues for the Corsair product. What does this Corsair make? Because I feel like I know the name Corsair, but I can't think of what else they make. They make everything. I was like, I know Corsair because I've seen them. You know the name, but you don't use it every day. So you're like, how do I know this? But do they make controllers? All gaming. These are PCs. Okay, they make PCs too. Are they known to be? Dang, $7,000. So they're known to make high quality stuff. Interesting. Interesting. Gaming gear. Okay, I've seen these headphones. I didn't use them, but I've seen them before. Their headphones are $320. Their mice are $80. Well, I mean, I see all the features, but where's the rest? Their keyboards. The Call of Duty collection. That sounds cool. They have cases for $25. They have all the stuff, all the things you could think of. I'm surprised it's not have that. Well, I guess it isn't out yet, so it's not being like promoted. Okay. So are you paying a Corsair tax like you pay a Razer tax? Is that fair to say, or is that not nice to say? Huh. Time will tell, though. 230 is kind of concerning, as a lot of people complain about the quality issues for Corsair products. Gotcha. Time will tell. The Quamba, in my opinion, is safer bet, but it's not metal. Yeah, it is definitely plastic, and it's definitely big. And if you don't like MX switches, you won't like it. Like, you have to kind of like that switch, and it gives what you're looking for. You like those type of switches, that's for sure. But if you don't, it's not what you're looking for. Yeah, Muhammad's like spot on. Send insurance is a scam. Prime return is, that's actually a good point. Prime return is enough. Only time I think insurance is good is if you have kids, because you'll be shocked how they will be having a very good day and things are normal. And my kids are good. They don't really tear anything up. They're actually really good. But then one day they'll be trying to carry 10 different things. It'll just drop their stuff outside the concrete and it'll break it. You're like, what were you thinking? Well, I was in a rush because actually we have insurance. But I agree. The insurance, 9 times out of 10, I don't buy it. 9 times out of 10. I feel if you remove the wireless and drop the battery, you'd be able to shave $50 to $70 off. That's a very good point, because that would bring it down to essentially the same price. $175 is a Quamba Sapphire. That'd be insane. PS5 and the better switches and everything else. That's a really good deal for $175. Just generalizing on guessing based on how features are monetized somewhat. Yeah, that's a good point. Keyboards, mice, headsets, yeah, $350 Australian dollars. That is so crazy. PC cases, but $230 USD. I got you, Muhammad. Yeah, that's just shocking. Like, wow, I didn't, we all live in our own bubble, right? As far as where we live. And you just don't know until someone tells you, or until you go looking. You're like the Brazilians. There's a lot of Brazilians that watch my channel, and they'll tell me, or they'll comment me like, "Hey, I'm trying to do this. What do you think about that?" And I'm like, "Oh, you could probably do this one or this one." And like, yeah, but I'm nervous because this one's 150 and this one's like 230. Like, and again, it's because of the tariffs and where in their country, where then have to really stop and like really think. Okay, you're about to drop a lot of cash. Let me think about what's best for you. It's so crazy. Monitors, lots of things. So Corsair's a lot, and they own Elgato. Really? Corsair owns Elgato. Wow. I didn't know. Did they put it on the bottom? Interesting. Well, they probably just don't announce. They don't have it on here, but wait, they have a Elgato Discord server, right? I might have to join that. Interesting. Sorry. 230 United States, but $350 Australian dollars as a pre-order. God. Yes, I like some Corsair stuff, and I have Corsair stuff, but they are only marginally better than Razer. Okay, so they're kind of the same boat. And I lived in Hawaii, and I know everything was expensive to ship to Hawaii. Australia, as an American on the map, and in relation to Asia, is how do I say it? Like, I can't really tell how far it is because I don't live there. Like, if you look at Hawaii, it looks like Hawaii is in the middle of nowhere, but it looks further away, I guess, than what it feels like when you live there. Because you live in Hawaii, on Oahu at least, it feels very city-like. It's island time, but it's also city-like. So, all that stuff. Their cases are good. The piece cases are good. It would be goated on the scene, and I think they missed an opportunity. Corsair brought them out. Wow. And I wonder... So because when I was at EvO in Las Vegas, there were so many Victrix Pro KOs. I was shocked. This controller here, I was really shocked. I mean, they were selling. They had a big booth. They were selling them there, but again, I don't know why I was so shocked, but I was. And even these are $279. So it's like you compare this to the Kitsune. I mean, I don't like MX switches that much. I don't like them tall. Put it that way. I don't care. I just don't like them that tall. And here they look fairly tall. But for 280, you know, you're getting a lot, and you can customize everything. It comes with everything you need in the box. It's fantastic. That's really good. I mean, I don't want to oversell it because I don't own it. And I mean, I touched it for a minute. Pause. But it was at the booth, right? Double pause.
Bruh.
Best Tech 2024. Interesting. But I do like the Sapphire, how this has everything inside of it. Like, they really did a great job. You know, I don't know who said for who. I don't know who designed what first, right? Corsair or not Corsair, Quamba or Victrix. But they both did a really good job of saying, look, everything's in the case. You don't have to think twice. Just go to your event. It's all there, ready for you to use. Just do what you got to do. Win. You know, play and win. And I like that. There's a video about the Corsair lever that's used by a Tekken streamer. I think that's one I pulled up, Wait, or maybe it was another one. Let's see. Used by a Tekken streamer, and man, do these switches sound good since they are Hall effect. Latency would be negligible. Huh. I should look that up. He said, holy, my DOIO HO7 is about 200. What's sub 200? And mine is HE. Yeah. It's crazy how, but it's, like, you pay you were under 200 for your DIY HO7. For those that don't know, we'll show you what that looks like. Sorry, I keep tapping the microphone. And there should be a couple, isn't there? Yep, there's HO7B. Where's the, let's see, HE. This one. There's the A, there's the B, let's see. Like, how Hot 42 has so many pads that we're almost like, wow, they have so many models. But DOIO, just given the price, people forget about DOIO, but they have a lot of stuff. They have a wireless pad out too. Or it's either out or it's coming. I think Orville posted that. It's out or it's coming. And here's their HE pad. Or they have, DOIO has a lot of pads. Does it show any PB injection molded? Those Gatorons? Those are Gatorons. Yeah. It has this adapter inside. Perfect. Just open the case, drop it in. I like that a lot. Go to Speed Labs, get the $20 booter, stick it right in here, close the case up. Boom, done. Never look back. These are Gatoron low profile magnetic Gatorons. Interesting. I just saw those on I think on the other side. Nice. Compatible with Raspberry Pi systems. HKA GB2040. It has, we all know the modes because it's GB24, so we all know what's happening here. To the top. But again, 140. Well, I mean, you can't order from here because anyone that's ordered from DOIO's website knows it takes about 6 months to get to you. They handcraft everything. I'm joking, but like it does take a long time to ship from DOIO. You're better off just going to AliExpress. Like, so whoever sells on AliExpress has already waited 6 months to get their stuff, and now they can send it to you because they have it in hand. But if you order it from here, it's like, shh. Orion Victrix making Hitbox look like a good buy. Yeah, because the Hitbox was two. Wait, how much was the Hitbox? I just saw it. I wasn't paying attention to the price. Where'd it go? It's a Nova. Wait a minute. I don't know why my brain froze. And when I'm thinking of the Hitbox, I'm thinking, my head was thinking like $399. $299. That's a good deal. I know, I feel like I'm saying that for everything, but you get PS5, Switch, PC. How do I say this? How do I say this? Let me think. Slow down. Okay, slow down. So we have the Razer Kitsune in front of me is $299. Optical switches, USB-C port, large keycap, large spacing, all extra large bottom button. The Hitbox Ultra is same price, metal case, extra wide to fit across anybody's lap, tall enough for your hands to be comfortable. The combo buttons can care less. They're there, whether you like them or not, they're there. It comes with it. And they're using buttons, so you can kind of dial it how you want it to be. PS5 out the box. The Victrix is $279, which is cheaper than both. MX switches, metal case, all your components inside. Sapphire MX switches, $100 cheaper at $179 basically, but a bigger case and all. Wait a minute. So is the Sapphire better than the Victrix Pro KO? I mean, because just look at the price difference. Huh. Trini, shout out to Trini. Happy Sunday, Trini. Huh. How much is a regular hitbox? Can you buy the hitbox? You cannot. So these you only buy at the events, and if you want a hitbox from their site, you will get the Ultra. That's basically, I think that's what they're doing now. Look, here's our official model, which is the Ultra. That $299, you're right, Mohammed. The $299 doesn't sound so bad when you put it in perspective. When you start putting things into perspective. And I wonder if you're in Australia, if you go to, I was gonna say if you're in Australia and you bought a hitbox or any of these things at the event, is it cheaper? But no matter what you're looking at, if you went to Japan, EVO, wherever you're going, you're flying, you're still paying a tax of some form, right? Okay, I gotta think about this. Hitbox fits better, more into the market than I think I give it credit for sometimes. Like the more I'm really thinking about it, because whenever I hear the name, I'm almost thinking $399, but it's $299. You're getting. I gotta think about this. Muhammad Osman, you ain't kidding. He's like, in a sense, like that's facts. Muhammad just brain froze me. Like, wait, let me think, because you were spot on. It's like, wow, it's wow, it's wow, 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 yeah, wow. This is so. The question still holds. In 2025, should you Kitsune? At $199, I still feel like it's a yes, because that puts it in par with the Qualcomm Sapphire, under the Victrix Pro KO, under the Hitbox Ultra, and this is a similar feel to a KO switch to me. A similar feel to a not so tall switch. I don't care what brand it is, but not so tall, just like the Sapphire. And the Sapphire, I still feel like is one of the better buy MX switch pads, just because of all the features in the box. The shorter travel for your hands. It is plastic, so don't drop it. But for the price you're paying, you're getting so much value out the box with the Sapphire. And I did get a comment on Reddit, because I posted, it's like, hey, you're so lucky you found it for $199. Congratulations. I was really excited for you. And they replied back that say, hey, if you walk in the store of GameStop, they don't always post their prices. If they scan it, it may be $199. I was like, really? Because when I checked my website, it said there was none. It's a GameStop like 2 miles from my house. I was like, I'll run over there. It's by the Walmart. I was like, I'll run over there and see if they have it in stock and just, I don't know, get one. I didn't know what I was going to plan to do, but I just wanted to know if it was there. And on the website it says sold out. And then this is like 2 days later. It's like, no, you should have gone in. They'll say that for the online thing. So if you walk in, they usually have them in stock. I was like, well, I didn't know. And Muhammad said companies can't get away with 250 plus leverless anymore. Okay. Well, I'm gonna challenge you, Muhammad, because you've been very hitbox today. So, does the hitbox fall into that category as well? The plot thickens. So, given you the logic you just presented, does that mean that the hitbox should come down to $249? Huh? Where's my clock? Huh? Should that come down? Because, well, it's all metal case. It's a true box. I think it's a glass top. That's now we're thinking. I spend more money on my leverless, but they are very customized. That's a good point. Yeah, Sin has some nice pads. And I can also testify to that. Like you said, Sin, all your stuff is, I think when Sin, I'm sure a lot of us are the same way, but I could tell when Sin decides to pick up something, he's like, I'm going to get this and do this to it. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. You know, it's really cool how you walk into it knowing what you're planning to do. And you're super artsy too, because like, I'm horrible at art stuff, but some of your designs, these come out really good. So yeah. It comes out really nice. All right, hold on. I can't hear something. What's happening here? What happened here? Why is this coming up in my feed? What is going on here? I don't know what happened. Like some clicked and I was like, what? It like turned my audio all the way off. That's weird. Sorry about that. That threw me for a loop. Mohammed, you have to also put into concern the longevity of hitbox compared to Ori and Victrix. That's a good point, because it is a steel. Okay. Wait. Now I'm really gonna flip the script. Where's my mouse? This Fightbox gets a lot of flack, but where's it at? Where's that? This one. Okay. So I get this for one. Well, okay, get out the way. I get this. It was just Gen 5X, right? So that's a Brooks board inside. How much is that? $199. This is PS5 ready. It's everything, because I think this plays Xbox too. Doesn't Gen 5X play Xbox? Oh God, I'm pulling up guns. I'm an American, you could tell. I don't even use this computer, but that's so funny. I type in this and it brings up a gun. The Gen 5X. Is this everything? Yeah, there we go. PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. So this makes it fully compatible with everything. So for $199, and just, you know, they say SamWads, but you're gonna take these off anyway, who cares? But the $199, split layout and buttons, we'll put it that way. Metal frame, but it does have the port is this. It's a USB, is that USB-B? USB-B power plug. Isn't it USB-B? B port. Yeah, USB-B, I thought so. Shout out to me, my Network Plus Security Plus training, shout out to me. A Plus training, shout out to me. Let me come into chat. Is this is this a better deal? Let me go up. I can't see. Let me go up. You have go. Okay. You have to also put into concern the longevity of hitbox compared to Ori and Victrix. Hitbox quality control is second to none. That I can definitely see that, and I like how their cord screws on. That's definitely true. Hitbox is like the best of the best, though it's like the Rolls Royce of leverless. That's a good way to put it, because it's thin. That's a good way to kind of like put it on there. Interesting. I think anything close to that in price is not valid. Do I agree with that statement? We're saying $299 basically. I think anything that's also $299 does not compare to the hitbox. I gotta think about that one. Or Orville, what's the word? Hanging out. Yeah, we're comparing the hitbox and really just the price point of different pads now. In the Kitsune should definitely come down in price. I think we all can agree. I think, will we say $249 is valid for this pad 2 years later? 2 years later, $249. I know the Razer tax is there, but I think $249 is still valid for this pad. I'm talking all this stuff about hitbox, even though I do chill on my C16. Mohammed's like, he's at home He's playing and talking right now. He's like, yeah, so Hitbox is fantastic. I just won on my C16. Or we need to collab to celebrate the HE10 Arise. We're definitely going to do a celebration. We're going to have, where's it at? We're going to ring the horns. We're going to have all the cheering. We're actually, we're making jokes, but in all, it was so funny. In all honesty, Orville, I feel like I'm more excited for you to get your pad than I am to get something for myself. It's so funny how I'm really excited for you to get it in. We put pressure on AS for this sloppy hand with HE10. That's a good point. Oh, that's right. You got it from Arcade Shocks. You're not even really truly dealing with Vermillo. You're dealing with Arcade Shock. That's a really good point. We need to Uno reverse card these tears to start living at peaches and cream too. You know, so, and I think for all of us, and you know what, Mohammed, how was it for you guys in Australia? Before the tariffs, what was your tariff? What am I trying to say here? Well, in January, right? If a pad cost 100, what did it cost you in Australia? That's really my question. I know in Brazil, I want to say it was 100% tax. It was 100, 150 in Brazil. I have to look at the messages because there's a few people. There's some in Pakistan that would talk to me. There's people in Brazil that talk to me a lot, and I'm trying to remember what their taxes were. I don't remember. And I'm since I preach sending Merlin to crack it up. Mitch, shout out to Mitch. Happy Sunday, Mitch. Hope all is doing well your way, Mitch. I haven't been in the ASI Discord. I've been in any Discord, sir, to be completely honest. I've been so busy with this data analysis class, and I'm so glad it's the last week, but I'm just hoping I passed, and we'll find out. But I'm so glad because that class was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was just stressing me the heck out. Mitch, Kitsune is a glorified hot that benefits from the brand name and native PS5 support. That opinion has never changed. Mitch came in flaming, boys. Like, this is BS. See y'all next year for another opinion no one asked for. Shout out to Mitch. Mitch came in like, mic drop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Mitch dropping in knowledge bombs and then ninjing out facts then, right? Mitch probably in the gym because he's 2 hours behind. He's probably in the gym. Oh, Orville, we know the Kitsune is no longer the elite. That is very true. Orville, that is true. I would not say this is elite. I wouldn't call it elite. I wouldn't call it bad. There's nothing wrong with it, but I wouldn't call it elite. That's a good point. We're still elite. We know Hot 42M Ultra is A tier. Where's my M Ultra? For Street Fighter, this is the pad that I usually play the most on Street Fighter. If it's the weight's so nice, I love the weight. But this is it's basically the same size too, because this and the M Plus are like, you know, sisters, cousins, because one is tighter spacing, small keycaps, the other is large keycaps, large spacing. So yeah, they're both not akin to, but a version of this pad for sure. And I need to get with OMG's Dose and put a vinyl here because he sent me a vinyl, and I messed it all up installing. It was a mess. I won't cuss. It was a mess. But I need to sit down and figure out what design I want to put on there. I probably need to put design on here too. So it's just an M13 metal top that has RGB and is over-engineered with subpar optical choices. They have optical switches. You can get better performance with mechanical shadow hunting. He said, embarrassing. There's nothing wrong with liking the controller, but shame on Razer. Okay, let me see. Shame on Razer. My return statement to that. This is what I want to say. 2 years ago, it was August 2023 when this came out. This was priced equivalent to the Hitbox. Wow, this was the same price as the Hitbox 2 years ago. So I know what the sales pitch was. The sales pitch back then was, we're thinner, we're lighter, and we have better's negotiable, but you know, by the sales pitch, we have better switches by specs. I think that's where the price was justified at. That you can take this anywhere, so thin and light, take it anywhere you want. Everything you need is here, and boom. Whereas Razer back then was a version 1, was bigger, beefier, regular buttons. It was a bigger, beefier thing to carry. It was small in the joystick, but you know I'm going with this. But now 2 years later, in the day of our Lord 2025, August 2025. Huh. Where? Yeah, there's so many options in the market now. It's hard to justify that price now. I think bringing it down $50 to 249 leaves it in the conversation in a good way. 199 in person. I think at an event they have them for sale for 199. That's fantastic. So EvO, they had them on sale for 199. That's a really good price. That's justifiable price. I'll put it that way. And that includes the Razer tax. 249 standard price I think is valid. 2 years later, because they should be. This is 2 years after the fact. I think 249 excuse me is valid. Or was it remember the Australian skull box? The skull box. What's the Australian skull box? Watch this to be something crazy too. I better watch what I type in here. The term I'll show you most likely refers to the case containing human remains. What in the world am I looking up here? That's the conversation. But yeah, should you Kitsune in 2025, if you catch it at a decent price and you know you want a Kitsune, and it's again the price is within reason at I can't talk at 199 or 249. I think that's okay. But you know what's funny? I have also heard though that the port, just like every other, because people get on Hot 42, but I've heard before this came in, I've heard the port in here can go bad too. It has a locks port, but I've heard that people are having issues with the ports on here. Oh, Skullbox Arcades. Thank you, bro. And I was like, what am I Googling here? Because I think you all know now the way things have been going. They've been so strict on YouTube. Not even strict, but just YouTube's been acting funny. Like everything's. I'm sure you guys seen every person you follow has said, "Hey, our numbers are off. Like things are just off." So I was like, I better watch myself when I'm clicking on YouTube. I think I'll mess around. Why is my Discord not working? Where you at? Where you at, Discord? I'll just type it here. It said Skullbox Arcade. Let me go back. What's the... Yeah, Skullbox Custom Arcades. Okay. Good old Windows, right? Windows always has problems. Shout out to Windows. Oh, look at this. That's cool. A small little compact minimalist all button controller. $250.
Bruh.
Oh, it has the Brooks board inside. That's why. Brooks Fusion. Okay. Is this metal? It better be metal. This thing is plastic. You might have some problems here. Aluminium, if you're across the lake. Is across the lake? No, across the pond. Across the lake. These Americans. Play some birdie cables. Wait, are these V1 switches? Oh no. Please tell me these are not V1 switches. I see vampire teeth and I run. These things, they break every time. Oh no. Kale low profile chalk switches. Oh no. These are V1 switches. Just say no to drugs and just say no to Kale V1 switches. These things, those, if you don't know what I'm talking about this. These here, these vampire teeth. Let me go to AliExpress. Supposed to be music. I'll turn the it's at 20, but down here. There you go. Right here. So these switches here, every pad I've used that's come, even when they show, I've had pads show up before I even open the box. They are already broken. Like, and it's not the vendor's fault, all right? But it's like, my goodness. So if you buy this, you're having to change the switches. As soon as it shows up, you got to change the switches, and hopefully it can run V2s. 240 plus switches is basically, this is the price. That's a lot. Now I'm not sold anymore. Let me come up a little bit. Mohammed, I don't. Oh, you don't live in Australia. I live. Oh, because you're in Pakistan. So, Mohammed, I know about Pakistan because it might have been. I talked to so many people, I forget, right? So, if it was you and I, but anyway, it was not this year, but 2024 in August. I got messaged on Discord, say, hey, I'm trying to figure out X, Y, and Z. So we kind of dialed in what they wanted. I think they got an M Plus or M. No, M Ultra wasn't out yet. R60, they got something, and they ordered shadow hunting switches with it. Not shadow hunting, wind engine, I think it was. Anyway, a pad and switches. The shipping experience was so bad for them in Pakistan where they had to pay all these fees, and then the two packages got separated somehow, and they didn't even receive their switches, and it was just like lost in limbo. It was a mess. So I can only imagine what you guys are paying for like different tariffs and stuff. But you say, I don't live in Australia, I live in Pakistan. I decided the Australian price since that was the only price, since that was the only info online. Oh, I got you, Mom. Thank you. Mom's like, I'm not in Australia. Shout out to Muhammad. Let's see here. Marshall, shout out to Marshall Thomas. That is something, Marshall. He said no leverless arcade should cost more than 150. Excuse me, no leverless controller should cost more than 150. The arcade stick was where most of the cost came in. Marshall's dropping bombs out here. Okay, I got it. Where's my phone? I'm adding some notes. I need to get a bomb drop sound effect. Where's my keyboard? I need a bomb drop sound effect. I need more sound effects. That's an interesting point, right? Do I agree with? Well, let me think. Nothing should be more than 150. So that means the Vitrix. In a perfect world, I would like that, but then there's so much competition. I see what he's saying too, because he's like, look, they don't have as many parts. Why are they costing so much? That's a valid argument, but that's a valid argument. But that's a valid argument. I'm like, but yeah, I see exactly where he's coming from. Ooh, Marshall Thomas is dropping bombs out here. He's dropping bombs. He's really got me thinking. He's dropping bombs right now. Because buy the parts. It's a good point. Why the heaven does it cost so much when it's using less components? Whoa. Oh, Muhammad said, "Don't mind my grammar. I can't edit my comments." Muhammad, you're all good. You're all good. It's interesting. It's so. What am I going to say? Yep, the classic junk food switches. That's who it was. I was like, what controller is this? It's Junk Food Arcade. And these switches were good 2 years ago, but now we've evolved. Where's Junk Food Arcade? And I saw their booth at EvO. They had a really big booth. They were doing really well. Really well. 220. Are they still using V1 switches though? Because that is not my cup of tea. No, I think these have butterfly switches, I think. Because they had their own switch. Nintendo Switch. Thanks to our exclusive Amber switches. Yeah, they have their own type of switch. They have a picture of them? I don't see it. Because I saw this in person. Because someone got their board replaced there. And they're like, no problem. They warranted it. It was really nice. Really, really nice team. Well, no, they right here. They are V1s. Oh, no. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not. Like I said, and it's no one's fault. And I'm going to say it's Kale's fault. And I mean it like this. it was a version 1. Can y'all see? Oops, y'all can't see. I'm sorry. I'm over here clicking stuff. Y'all can't even see. It's a version 1, right? But the version 2 fixed the problem. I'll put it that way. So that's where I'm glad they fixed it, because the version 1s, they're just, you can buy metal, but they're heavier. You can buy this, you can buy that. You can find a way to mitigate the problem, like a thicker plastic. I'm sure you can find all different ways to fix it, but I just had a bad experience. I just don't want to deal with it no more. I had it multiple times. I just don't want to deal with V1 switches anymore. Unless the pad's for review, then I'll do it. But I'm not going to go out looking for these, because I have a pad now with V1 switch. I have the dual pad A16 V1 EPIG model, and it plays just fine. Nothing wrong with it. But I had the Tiki Taka pan. The Tiki Taka, I actually took them off and put the V2s in there, no problems. Yeah. So yeah, Skullbox. If y'all can change your switches, and you'll be off to the races. What did Marshall Thomas say? You can get a Quamba Dragon for these prices, even Obsidian. Wait a minute, that's a good point. Quamba Dragon. Wait a minute. $299. Okay. Hitbox Ultra, $299. 2468 buttons. The Ultra comes with the combo buttons. It also comes with 4 extra buttons for directionals. This has a stick and a ball top. Metal USB cord, magnetic. What does this say? Where's the mute button? Mute this. Comes with PS4, PS3. Okay, I get the point. You can probably use an adapter. These are Sanwa 30mm buttons. Okay, I like that. Metal ball top, Sanwa JLF stick. Control panel with touchpad. Oh, that's cool. Control panel with the touchpad. Interesting. Accent lights, all the things. The core wraps in the. I like that wrap. That's cool. I think more box people should do this. Put a wrapper on the bag. That's cool. Yeah, Hitbox should do that now. Think about it. Internal joystick access. Oh, that's cool. Easy access. Your button map sticker on the bottom, because we're snazzy. 11 pounds. You know, it's only 11 pounds. It's only 11 pounds. What are you stressed about? And this is the same price as the Hitbox Ultra and the Razer Kitsune that we're talking about today. Does that help or hurt Marshall Thomas's argument? Does that help or hurt? Because you have the joystick with the ball top, but then you're paying for 4 extra. No, I see what you're saying. The metal ball top and the joystick is more expensive than 4 buttons. Is it? Because 4 buttons is about $20. Yeah. Huh. Since somebody's clearing buying at the price, yeah, or they're stern or price. Yeah, facts. Muhammad, AliExpress just got shut down in Pakistan for a month ago. Really? And now buying an M Ultra is like buying a Hitbox. Oh my god, that sucks. Why would they shut down Alex? Well, I mean, I don't live over there. I don't know what. I don't know. What am I trying to say? I don't know what political things are going on, or shipping things are going on, or why Pakistan would feel the need to shut things down. So I wonder, what's so funny, when Arson Ash and the whole Pakistani Tekken team, when they go to other countries to play, I wonder if they buy a bunch of stuff and ship it back. Because in the States, what we would do is we would just take a second suitcase. We'll buy a suitcase at Ross for like $30 and then buy a bunch of stuff and then fill up the suitcase, lock it up, and then just pay for 2 suitcases. Like, what's a suitcase with your flight usually is $50, another, so basically $100, $50, excuse me. So it's, you get the point. You get the point. Instead of trying to ship it through UPS, all this nonsense, I just take it in my airplane with me. That way I don't lose it. And you get 50 pounds of things to carry back home with you, or 45, because you don't want to go over the limit. But wow, Pakistan does not allow AliExpress shipments. That's a huge L. Ooh. If you're in Pakistan, where do you go? It's not Pakistan, it's Pakistan, I think. I'm an American. We say Pakistan, but it's Pakistan, I believe. Where is Pakistan? Right there. Okay, so it's in the middle, right below Afghanistan. Okay. And fun fact, I worked with the Indian guy. He filled me in, which I'm not sure many Americans know this. And in his region, he's South Indian. I think he's Tamil. And either Tamil or Andhra, but what he was trying to say was, Stan, I think, is people of, is something like that. So basically, like Paki, the people of Paki, the people of Afghan, the people of you know, like it was something to that. It's respect to saying like the Tajiks or Tanjak stands, like, you know, the people of this region, the stands. I think that's how I explained it to me. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. And it put all these things more in perspective. Like, oh, all the stands are not just like a word that's common. It means like the people of this space, these people of this space. That's how he explained it to me. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But anyway, so if you're here, India is the closest thing to you. But I guess trying to cross the border and bring it back, I don't know how far that could be. Man, you guys are kind of screwed. You got really nowhere to go to get your stuff shipped in. And with all the drama that you know, all the countries are involved in over here, U.S. included, it makes it even harder. So, oof. Dang, Muhammad, I hope it gets better. That sucks. That'll really tick you off. Wow. But Razer Kitsune, $249 and below, better deal. Hitbox just jumped way up my radar now. Way up my radar. I met them. I saw the team at EvO, but I didn't get to talk. It was so busy. I couldn't talk to them because I really want to get one sent in for review. And now with all the tariffs, trying to get to stuff in reviews has been a huge headache. I reached out to one vendor and said, look, we have to pay the shipping. And I should have told them, well, for what I'm hearing is, you know, there's other ways to get around it. I should have told them that, but I didn't know at the time. Now I know. I might put that in email and say, look, now I'm like helping them commit fraud technically, so I better watch that. I can't send that. It's not true fraud, but in the eyes of the government, because they can see however they want to see it, right? But yeah, I think it's fun to play with. I think it's a good pad. Why does this feel funny? Just sitting weird. Did I put it upside down? There you go. I was like, something felt funny. I can feel. There you go. Yeah, I think it still holds up today. But man, Marshall Thomas really got me thinking. These prices make a lot. It does seem kind of, because even the Obsidian. Where's the Obsidian? How much is Obsidian? I cannot type today. Joy Dark. Joystick. This one, right? The Obsidian 2. This is $199. What's Quamba? Is Quamba? Why are their prices so cheap? Is everything plastic? Is that their whole? Because the Sapphire is plastic. It doesn't feel cheap. It's plastic, but you can't really. You don't. I guess this is so big. You don't feel the plastic. But why? How are they getting away with everything so inexpensive? And I don't want them to raise the price, but I also don't want them to go out of business. So like, $30mm OSF, yep. Same buttons, full control panel. PS4, PC's the same, yeah. Tournament lock switch, okay. Headphone jack, and so they really just took the Sapphire and kind of made it off of this, and I like that. It's, oh, that's cool. Look at that. Storage for joysticks top, left storage for USB cable. I like that. So they've always thought of everything. I didn't know that because I don't play stick. Swappable tops and sticks. Wait, ball top and bat top included? So they really, ball top and bat top included. Wow. I've heard the Obsidian so many times. Now I get the hype because they really did think of, you're going to customize it, but as far as like, you know, what you're getting out the box. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, this is a big boy. So that's probably why the Sapphire is so big. they look like they're known for doing comfortable, big, comfortable box controllers. I'll say controllers, not boxes. And you put all your extras down there too. This is just like the Sapphire. Okay. So the Sapphire is right on par with what Quamba does. So now that makes me wonder, do they have an upgraded joystick? Because if they do, like a metal one, the Titan. No, look at the prices. $99 for the Drone 2. The Titan is $150. PS5 out the box. So now I'm wondering, are they going to make, is the Obsidian metal or plastic? I'm sorry, British aluminium. It's not aluminium, it's a plastic. Let's say, so I'm assuming it's plastic. You know, I'll say this too, Kwamba. You guys need to start using ChatGPT. And here's what I mean. You're doing a great job with like listing your stuff. Don't use ChatGPT. Here's what I'm trying to say. Add a little bit more details in your features. Here's what I like to know. Is it metal? Is it plastic? You have the measurements, which is perfect. You have everything else. Just put metal, plastics. That way people, well, I guess it might turn people off. So I guess don't worry about it. Never mind. You're doing fine. Because what do they do? No, I don't want to compare. What did they put in this one? So the description is just stats. Okay. Does it say cherry? It's like they don't tell you the switches, right? They should put the switch name in here. I knew what they were, but they should kind of just drop that here. So like how do I put it? Over explain, I guess, or just over explain. I don't know. Let's see here. What did Marshall say? Marshall says, I have both the Dragon and the Sapphire. I use the Sapphire while playing Soul Calibur, Tekken, and Virtual Fighter. I have both the Dragon and Sapphire. I use Sapphire when playing Soul. Oh, gotcha. So you have the Dragon. How much was the Dragon? The Dragon was... The Dragon... Where the Dragon or Drone? I don't see it. Anyway, I'll Google that one. Since sometimes metal and excess is NTO need. It's not that. Yeah, because the Sapphire, when I'm playing with it, it doesn't feel cheap. Because it's so big. It does not feel cheap. You know who would like the Sapphire? Crafty. Crafty would like the Sapphire. Because he has the Victrix. The Victrix something, the big boy. Only thing is, I don't know if he'll like the keycaps, but he had this one. Not the, he has the flat one. Where are you? Turtle Beach. Where's the big boy? What is your name? Victrix KO. Hello. Not the Pro, but the KO. That's this one. He has this one. Because this was on sale on Woot had these for $150 a couple months, like $150, $180, like 2 or 3 months ago. And this is a big boy. I saw this at person at EvO too. These are big. So he might like the Sapphire, where it's the same size but not as heavy. Check. Sometimes just solid construction beget options of reliability. That's a good point. So if it's built well, you can enjoy it. And you know what, Marshall, which do you like better? Your Sapphire? Well, there's different control. It's a joystick compared to a leverless. I still ask the question, but I wonder if you can even answer it, because it's almost an invalid question because they're different things. But yeah, I'm curious about that. Mohammed, you thought the hitbox was $400? I did. I would hate it too if I thought it was that price. That's, you know, and I feel like I'm always picking on the hitbox. I actually like them. It's just in the back of my mind, I was like, I kept thinking $399. So I'm like, for $399 compared to $80, I was like, it was almost a no-brainer. That's where like it was such a tough thing. But at $299, this was $80. Now with the tariffs, it might be $100. How much is this now? I still think the hitbox is a great option. I think a lot of these are great options. The things I think are not good options, I'll put it that way. Things that are not good options. The Mitrix M16, I think it's called the Mitrix M. Their version 1, when they build the version 2, is going to be better, but their current version is just don't bother. The anything with a version with V1 switches, I'm just not a fan. The keycaps always break. The other pad, there's another one over there. The 3D printed pad, not the regular flat box 3D printed one. There's so many models now that are the same thing, just built better. So why bother? You're paying $5 more and you get much better build quality. So I'm like, don't buy that either. But yeah, Hitbox is. They're not in my don't buy tier because I don't have one, so I definitely not saying that. It's just in my head I kept thinking $399 for some weird reason, and I was like, oh, for the value you can get so much more other places for a cheaper price. But now I know it's $299. I think it's and then I can compare it to this. Compared to this, oh god, how does this compare to the Hitbox? The Hitbox is built better, easier to replace your parts. If the power port dies, you can replace it. This dies, you got to get a new controller. The Hitbox is a better value than this. Yep, it just is. It is because of the replacement parts. The I can't talk customizability. Say that fast 3 times. It does put it in a higher category than this because of the lifespan you're going to get out of it. Oof, that's interesting. Wow, I think I may have just because of the price too. And if you got a Hitbox at 160 at EvO, PS5 compatible out the box, it's a version 1 Hitbox. That's a really good deal. I've always said it was a good deal. I never said that wasn't. Again, I was thinking 160 to $399. That's what my mind kept throwing off. But you're basically getting half off, 160 or $299 for the Ultra. Yeah. So metal adds to the weight and feel of the product, so it does feel good. I agree with that, yeah. But some companies go for a very thin sheet of metal, and it's actually more flimsy than thicker plastic. That's a very good point. Yeah, there are some thin metals that don't feel it. Because like the C16, not this one, there's another pad I have. Where it's supposed to be metal, but it doesn't feel like it. I forgot which one it is. Because this feels solid. This feels really solid. It's not this one. Quamba isn't on the level of manufacturing of Razer and Corsair, so I think in order to stay competitive, they have to keep it more. Thank you. Level of manufacturing of Razer and Corsair, so I think in order to stay competitive, they have to keep it more reasonably priced. That's how they do it. So I assume that Razer Corsair are gonna have a metal frame. And they're not using the fancy parts too, because Qualm's not using Opticals. Yeah, where's my Sapphire? The Sapphire doesn't fit on camera, it's so big. But yeah, let me grab Sapphire. Let me grab Sapphire. Here's Sapphire right here. You can see this thing is a big boy. Baby got back on this thing. She got a dunk. Move my keyboard so I can fit stuff. Let me move this other keyboard. Yeah, Sapphire, she got a donkey. Like she's working with something back here. Much bigger. Where's my adapters to kind of 1, 2, 3, and still a little bit more. This is like 3 and like half a metal head wider than the Razer. And 3 taller than the Razer, so for sure. Now that I'm looking at the Quamba lineup, this is actually right at home for their customer base. And I do like that, where they said, look, we can flip the script and make it essentially just like this. A thin flat pad, Kale switches, whatever. Or Kale micro, low profile. The fact they went with the MX switches, the wider base, the plastic to keep it cheap, but it doesn't feel, again, does it creak? No, it does not creak whatsoever. And I'm like actually bending this thing too, it does not creak. Yeah, the metal rail around it to keep everything in place. Oh, because it's metal, it's yeah. And all the tools fits right in line with their lifestyle. Yeah, Quamba did not disappoint with this guy. They didn't disappoint at all. If there's a $200 level, this with the build of their Obsidian 2 being full metal and PS5 compatible, it will be the go of leverless. Is there a metal controller with fantastic build quality? I'm about to really I'm about to flip you out right now. Wait, said what? What are you doing? The M Ultra. I know. No. Calm. Wait, breathe. Let me make my statement. The M Ultra. I'm gonna put the M Plus. The M Plus is all metal top and bottom and heavy. The M Ultra, what they did good, they put 2 power ports. So if one dies, you got to back up. I know. Everybody's like, what? and yeah, and it's thin, it's light, it's metal top and bottom. I'm waiting for the M Plus to get 2 power ports, and that one's like off to the races. But let me think. Why didn't they just make a leverless version of Obsidian 2? Literally take my money if they do it at the same price. He said, take my money. Marsh Thomas says, leverless is definitely growing on me. I grew up in the 90s arcade scene, so stick is still a big favorite for me. That makes complete sense. But leverless has quickly become my favorite. You know, it's so funny because we would go to arcade. I grew up in the military, so I was moving a lot. So here is the Mayflash, right? F500. So I got this around like 2018. In my head, I was okay. I want to make a joystick. I'm gonna get good at tech. I'm gonna be the best Lei Wulong player in my part of the states, right? And I love the weight. Like this thing is a beefy. She's beat. This is a beefy. She's a big girl. She got a donkey, right? I put the metal bat top on here. I didn't change this. I think I changed the spring, but not tight enough. I had a tighter spring. The buttons are fine. Like these are Samwas. These are definitely Samwas, but they kind of rattle. Now that I felt better, I'm like, I don't like these. I like the Quamba KTs 10 times better than these. But I even put the optical gate. The problem I had with joystick, that's what actually kind of pushed me towards. I was playing on D-pad after this. I was like, I was sticking to D-pad, but I kept breaking the D-pads. I mean, I mash, right? I'm like really, like when I start getting into it, I start really gripping it, right? So I was wearing them out. Yes, sir, I was wearing it out. But shout out to me. But when I played on stick, I can't find the down back. Like even there, I went down. I'm trying to find down forward, and I always miss it. So in a panic, when you're like really trying to like really play with somebody's head, especially in Tekken, like you do a lot of sidestepping and moving around. I can't find it when I need it. I just can't. I'm shaking my whole desk over here. So when leverless fell on my lap, and we were at an event, and my brother was like, "Hey, let's check out this spot. They had Japanese, Korean games, Chinese games there," and it was like $10 to play all day. I was like, let's go check it out. And we were leaving on a Wednesday, and it was like right when the FGC night was starting at 7. We were in hungers. Let's get out of here. And that's where I tried not Hitbox. I tried the Snapbox Micro or the Impress Nano or Micro. Anyway, I tried one of those first. Another guy had a custom one. That's where Charlton put me on the leverless. He was showing me all the leverless tricks, and then I was kind of off to the races. But I've tried so many times to be good at joystick. I just can't do it. I get my butt kicked. I got an X Series video coming really soon, and you're gonna watch me get my butt kicked with the stick. But I definitely see where you're coming from, Marsh Thomas, where it's like, it's what you know and what you're accustomed to. When I go to arcade, I can have fun, so I'm not really trying to win. It's like I have fun. But when we do certain nights, I'm like, I really need, now I'm to the point where I need a leverless to like really dial in. I still play Lei Wulong on pad, which is so funny because I don't remember all his moves. I don't know him on here yet, but yeah. You can convert a lever controller to hitbox with a module. I have seen those modules. That's a good point. Sen, you may feel jank, but it's a budget option. That's a good point. And those know what we're talking about. They have these. What is it called? Because I have it in my other cart. It's a module you put on. No, it's a. Where is it at? Because when you find one, you'll find the other ones. Because there's a Waz one and then there's the regular one. I forgot the name of the dumb thing. AliExpress is so fun. You come in here, you'll find so many things that you're not finding. You won't find what you're looking for, but is it converter or convertor? I don't remember. Anyway, there it is right there. Boom, found it. This guy. I've seen this before. I haven't seen it in person. Oh, well, these Kale switches. Interesting. But this thing here, you can pop out your stick and pop this in, and it kind of bolts in place, and you run the cord to your board, and boom, you're all set. And you can convert your joystick to this. And these are standard keycaps, right? They're the dual pad keycaps. Or Satongs, one of the two. This thing is, this is $21. Well, before the tariffs, this thing used to be $7. Like I was so, or $12. I was so close to ordering one just to try it out, but I just never got around to it. Now it's $21. I'm never going to buy this thing. Like for what? But you can get the different colors and all that stuff. Oh my God. And the Cinema Arcade, there's different brands, but I know I've seen Cinema Arcades one out here. There you go. Yeah, it's a ribbon cable, boom, boom, boom. Everything you need. It's, you know, it's not rocket science. We're very straightforward. If you build a joystick, you know what you're doing. So it's very straightforward how to plug this in and connect it, and you're kind of just done. So yeah, that's a good point, Sin. Those things are really nice. This is Tong, yep. You have companies that make stuff for the FGC and companies that are tourists kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sells. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. That's a really good point. People are just kind of like, yeah, just trying to bank in and leave, or they actually want to be here. That's a super good point. That's a super good point. And I wonder now, so my question I'm trying to get to is, the joystick players, have they all fully converted to leverless? The pad players, have you converted, like, are you still stuck where it's like, I want to get good at this, I just can't do it, so I go back? Because like I said, when I play Tekken 7, I still play on D-pad just because my muscle memory, because he's so tricky, my muscle memory is here. But I'm trying to move all that muscle memory to here. I just don't play Tekken 7 anymore because I just haven't played it. I just don't. But I wonder, like, how that's going for people, if that makes sense. Because I know my cousin was telling me, he's like, you know, you should make a video showing people how to use leverless, and just like intros. Like, that's a good point. I may sit down and just do a very, very basic of how I start with every pad, how I not so much how I learned it, but kind of how I learned it, right? Like what was good to me to get into this. Because I definitely have tips and tricks on how to get started, and just to kind of, and I talk about it sometimes too, right? Where just don't even use this side of your hand, only use this one, and put the attacking side on high, either high or mid, but just high, low, mid, low. And your goal is just to sidestep and Tekken. And you really don't want to do Tekken at all. You want to do like a side scroll, Street Fighter. You name the game, but you want to go back, forward, back, you know, back, low, back. These type of things, forward, down, forward, back, jump, back, forward, jump, forward. Like all these basic mechanics, you want to kind of just get your hands used to up being down and down being up. That is your biggest gotcha when it comes to learning how to play leverless, because that it's and the best thing too is, honestly, anytime you order a controller, don't even play a game with it. I know you're gonna be like, oh, I want to play. I'm so excited. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take the controller, sit down with your girl or your guy, hang out on the couch, and just sit there and just do, while you're watching the show. I'm gonna use these two fingers. Back, down, back, back, down, back, back, down, back, like down, down, back. You know, whatever you want, back, down, back. Do that 20 times each side, and then do these fingers: forward, down, forward. Forward, boom, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do that 20 times. Forward, jump forward 20 times. Back, jump back. See, I'm missing, right? I'm using the wrong finger. It's, oh, my fingers are hurting. There you go, that finger. Right? That's all you do. Just sit there and then get forward, back, 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 forward, forward, back, back, forward, down, 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 up, 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 up. And see, back, low block, low block, back block, forward, forward jump, forward jump. Do that for a day or so. And I say a day, like just do it for like 5 to 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and just go slow. Like go slow, while you're watching the show. And your goal is to not even think about it. Your hands are just doing it. Right? And then go faster. And when you mess up, oops, I messed up. Go slow. Right? And you're trying to just get your muscles, and then you notice after like a day or two, your hands will just start to give it to you. And after a week of this, everything falls in line. Now you're ready for combos. What's my combo? Usually combos are long. Do them in sections, like a karate. You know, when you do karate, you do katas, right? You learn your katas in sections, or you do like Wing Chun. You learn the dummy in 3 to 6 sections, right? So you do section 1 and you work 4, right? So Fang, it's a down, forward, 4, down, forward, forward, 3. So down, forward, 4, 3. I forgot the rest, but you get the point. Then do it the other way. Down, forward, 4, forward, 3. You know, that's what you need to do. And before you know it, your favorite character, you'll have your combos down so fast because it starts to become like just muscle memory at that point. See what Marshall Thomas said. He said, use D-pad. Got you. I used to wear up my thumbsticks, my thumbs. Yep, I did too. Two, especially playing Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter Alpha series. I would make thumb socks to glide across thumbsticks. I would get the same point where when I was playing, my thumb would be killing me sometimes because I would play a lot, right? So you're playing it so much, and you're holding these different angles, doing different things. And I can't use this because again I can't find the lower block, so I'm using this, and I would just wear out the internals. So having this here, it really has like. Now, if a switch goes old, it's popped. I haven't had any go old yet, but if they go flat or they feel funny, I just take the switch out, put a new one in, and you're kind of back in the game. So I definitely agree that because I was using the Ori D-pads. My Oris are they downstairs? I should show you the one I used to use, and I was just beating these things up, the Ori D-pad controllers, but it worked. But I was just beating them up. But I don't understand the increase in price for adding 4 extra buttons when they remove a lever. I don't. So Muhammad says, I don't understand the increase in price for adding 4 buttons when they remove a lever. I see what you're saying. Yep. Technically, Quamba is still holding back at the quality if you compare it to Obsidian 2. I would not be surprised if the Sapphire does good. They're going to make like a. Does Quamba have a metal box? I don't even know, but say they do, right? I would be surprised they make a metal Sapphire. But if they do, the Sapphire is so big. If they made a metal Sapphire, it would probably be like. That would probably be $299 because it's just so big. It'd be so much metal, and with the tariffs, at the quality compared to the Obsidian 2, I see what you mean. Because if Quamba can make the full metal beefy boy for $200, wow, the Obsidian 2 is $200. Then maybe they can make the Sapphire. So the Sapphire would probably be, and that goes back to Marshall Thomas's question of how is the leverless more than the levered? That's a very good, interesting point when you put it that way. Because they made the Sapphire metal. Either they drop the Sapphire to 150 and make the Sapphire metal 199. You know what I'm saying? But then that kind of like, oof. Yeah. How do you justify? Oops. How do you justify that? Right? Huh. Sense shrug. I'm not sure how simple or complex a manufacturing process is, even though it seems simple at face value. Good point. To be fair, if Module could do it, I don't think the manufacturer would find much difficulty if they wanted to do it themselves. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. What time is it? It's 2:15. Let's play some games. Let's fire this bad boy up and play. Because EvO has wrapped up. Did y'all see the EvO France? OMG, the Tekken EvO France. We had 2 Yoshi players, 2 Asuka players, an Eddie player. We had an Anna player, a Nina player, I think a Brian player. It's something like it was EvO France. I think because a lot of the Japanese Koreans didn't come, and a lot of Pakistanis didn't come, it was more versatile as far as like it was a lot of the EU. Because even South Americans, not a lot of them came, so it got a lot of chance for people that you would never know about were showing up. Like Fergus did so good with Asuka, and it was. I was like, wow, it was wow. And the Street Fighter they're doing the announcement. It's already done. They're showing the winner right now. I won't say it just in case somebody wants to save it, but if you pull up Twitch, you'll see the Street Fighter champion talking right now. But yeah, it's like, wow, the Tekken, it was really good. It was really good. I was so hoping that John Ding would pull it off. Man, it was good. Where's my controller? So so what game should I play? Should I play 2XKO? I should play Street Fighter. Street Fighter or Tekken? Because I know I want to play Tekken, but maybe I should play Street Fighter. And I'm sure anybody else is feeling about these newer games using these easier buttons where, like 2XKO is, you know, 1, 2, like it's a different vibe, and I'm still adjusting to it. I feel like I'm less in control. You know, I'll say this: coming from Tekken, you feel less in control. Period. I'll get that later. Let's fire up. I should fire up Street Fighter. I want to play Tekken. This is a Tekken controller for me. It's a Tekken controller. I'll do 2 Tekken matches and I'll pull a Street Fighter. That's what I'll do. I really want to play Street Fighter. I want to play Tekken. And then I'll fire up Street Fighter for sure. And you know what I might do too? Because I'm definitely going to play Street Fighter today, so give me a second. What time? 2:20? Yeah, we'll play Street Fighter like 2:30, 2:40, 35. I'm going to play these two side by side because they're the same switches, but see if I really notice a difference in, I mean, you're going to feel difference in size and spacing, right? But there it goes. I'll do a couple and hop off of here, and then definitely play some. Let me turn this off. It's going loud. Oh, I'm excited to play Street Fighter today. It's so funny. I'm definitely excited to play Street Fighter. Let's go to a quick match. So this does feel snappy. Like it, you know, you're definitely getting what you pay for. I feel like. Let's go with the purple. Got that perp. I'll fire Street Fighter after this. And I can play till... I'm supposed to be off at 3, but I'll play till 3:30. He's on Wi-Fi. I don't play Wi-Fi. But yeah, the finals were so... You know what they should be doing? This should be a final screen on Final EVO Day. Or like a EVO Champion Day, right? This should... The picture of the champ should be in the lobby. That's what's this lounge. It's a JPEG or a PNG. Like that should be almost obvious to say, look, celebrations to the person that played our game so much that they won money playing our game.
Ready for the next battle.
Okay, I get a Raven. Lucky me. So who am I gonna pick on Street Fighter? I gotta figure that out too.
Resist and be eliminated.
Yeah,
Round one.
there you go.
Fight.
Nope, try that. Okay. Nope. What do you got? I ducked. At the last second I ducked. Oh, it's trackable. I didn't know that. How can you see Viper? Does C Viper come out? I know Armor King comes out day after tomorrow on Tuesday. I think C Viper comes out this week too. I don't even know how to play her, but she looks really cool to me. Nope, nope, don't do that. Nope, don't do that. I'm still getting blocked in here, buddy. You might want to turn around, friend. Might want to turn around, friend. Boom. Boom. Oh no! He's warming up. What should I do? What? How did it touch me? Oh, what, I pressed twice? What the heck? Okay. Oh wow, look at that. What is that? Okay. He's not giving me any chance. He's like, you're a Tekken King. I gotta go all out. I gotta show my skills.
Fight.
You run a lot. You run a lot. You run a lot. I'm gonna take full advantage of it too. You run a lot. You run a lot. Nope. 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 Okay. Okay. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Final round.
What's he got?
Fight.
Okay, what's he got? What are you gonna do, friend? Because you're just running from me. Nope. Nope. What are you gonna do, friend? Nope. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, friend? I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Yo, Bukshin, you should be better than this. That's me. That's me. Ah, wrong button. There it is. That's game. GG's, friend. This is a good warm up for Street Fighter. Play some Tekken, then you get warmed up for Street Fighter. That's how you do it.
Round one.
Okay, what's he got here? What's he gonna do?
Fight.
Interesting. Button. Okay. Okay. That's me. I'm not timing right here. Oh, he's in heat. He's doing superstars. Do you run out, run a heat, run a heat, run a heat? Maybe heat. What the heck? This game, I hate heat. Heat is such garbage. Does the Buddha 5 add any delay whatsoever? I asked someone about this and they said the Wing FC is better because it's a wider adapter while the Buddha 5 is wireless. I would say no. I'm not paying attention. You're taking advantage of me. What is this? Yeah, I would say no. Because I want to say it's marginal delay. Because I looked it up when I first started looking at it, it was super low, but I wouldn't consider it a problem, to be honest. That's me. Oh, it's a jump kick. Okay, let's lock in. Oh, I saw that too. Yep, saw that coming. I have a new combo, I forgot. I have a new combo I just learned. I gotta start using it. That's not it. Nope. Nope. What's he doing?
Round four.
Where's my new combo? I want y'all to see this. It's actually cool. What the heck? What's all this ninja dust? Okay, I can't press any buttons because it's Tekken 8. Don't press any buttons. My alarm's going off. Oh, he's trying to low parry. Let's go. Oh, I'm dead. What is that? A flipping front kick. Okay. My guy. I'm looking forward to playing Ken right now. Now I'm getting like hyped for Ken for some weird reason.
Round one.
Alright, let's lock in. Here we go.
Fight.
Better fight. Better fight. I'm gonna hit you. Better fight. I'm playing around with you. I'm getting bullseye attacked. I'm playing with my food. He's just scared of me, so he's running the fuck. See, he's running. What the heck? Dude, fight. You know, fight is gonna run. What is that? What is all this? Good God, Scott. He runs a lot. He's scared of me. He's very scared. I'm playing with my food. He's scared.
Fight.
There it is. Ah, I dropped my new combo. I pressed 2 instead of 1 by accident. I'm even playing with my food. Good God. Do you know fireballs? He's almost out of heat. Almost. There it is. He runs a lot though. He's scared. There it is. Oh, yeah. Boom. Boom. Oh, that was me. That was me. That was me.